Have you ever noticed some people only contact you when their life is short-circuiting? Not when they want to know how you are, not when they want to celebrate you, only when they need somewhere to dump the drama, plug in the panic, and recharge their emotional battery. Congratulations! You may have been promoted to emotional appliance, unpaid, untrained, and somehow responsible for everyone's blinking red light. Some people want warmth, support, patience, crisis management, and reassurance, which is lovely, except they sometimes forget the person giving it is not a household appliance. You are not a toaster with empathy. You are not a dishwasher for everyone's bad mood. And you are definitely not a charging station for adults who refuse to manage their own emotional battery. This pattern shows up when someone expects you to absorb, soothe, fix, listen, forgive, understand, and somehow remain cheerful. But when you need support, suddenly the emotional appliance has technical difficulties. How mysterious. They may say things like, "You're so good at this. You always know what to say. I just need you to be patient with me." At first, it can sound like appreciation, but sometimes it is just unpaid emotional outsourcing wearing a little friendship bracelet. Because being caring does not mean becoming someone's full-time support system with no lunch break. And being emotionally intelligent does not mean being responsible for everyone who refuses to develop one coping skill. There is a difference between being loving and being used as maintenance equipment. Love says, "I care about you, and I care about how this affects you." Entitlement says, "I need you to keep giving because I have grown very comfortable receiving." That is the pattern. One person becomes the source of warmth. The other becomes a regular customer. And somewhere in the middle, the giver starts feeling tired, invisible, and strangely guilty for needing anything back. That guilt matters because many people were taught that being needed means being valuable. But being constantly needed can also mean being drained. And being drained is not a compliment. It is a warning light. No relationship, friendship, workplace, or family system should require one person to be the emotional power grid. You are allowed to care without carrying. You are allowed to love without managing. You are allowed to support people without becoming their entire coping strategy. And yes, you are allowed to unplug, not because you are cold, not because you are selfish, but because you finally notice the difference between connection and consumption. If someone only values you when you are useful, soothing, agreeable, available, and endlessly warm, that may not be love. That may be appliance behavior. And darling, you were not built to sit quietly in the corner and keep everyone else comfortable. Send this to someone who is unplugging.